With all the recent news on Amir Khan, everybody seems to have a video on all these little announcements that Amir Khan is making, and everybody seems to make a video on it and talk about it. It would be a disservice to my subscribers and for everybody who watches my videos to not talk about these issues and not address everything. So I've decided, with everything that keeps coming out and Amir Khan keeps announcing stuff and keeps saying things, I've got to make a video and address all these issues. If he likes it, if he dislikes it, doesn't matter. I've got to say it like it is. Let's get straight into it. Number one, Amir Khan has been coming out, right, with several comments talking about fighting Conor McGregor, which is ludicrous. Talking about coming back in January to rematch Danny Garcia. Talking about what else has he said? About Canelo weighing 187 pounds on fight night. These comments lead me to believe that Amir Khan, unfortunately, has taken too many blows to the head, and I mean this in all seriousness, and that I think he is now suffering from the impacts of boxing. I think that in terms of marketing, there's an extent you go to get your name out in the paper. But when it starts damaging you to a point where bad media exists, where what I mean by that is they say there's no such thing as bad publicity, but I think in this case there is bad publicity, and I think Amir Khan has made plenty of money. I think that it's come to a point where he should be thinking about his legacy for himself and what will be left behind, what his name will hold in years to come. And I think he should also be considering his health. None of the statements that he has been coming out with are going to benefit his name in the long term, or is it going to benefit his health in the long term? Now, if he is serious about fighting Conor McGregor, which I don't think he is, right? I think it is a publicity stunt. Firstly, by stating Conor McGregor's name, he has lost credibility automatically in the fans' eyes, in boxing fans' eyes, in UFC fans' eyes. He has lost credibility. It's coming to a point where he's been knocked out by Canelo, right? And if he came back to being realistic and talking about just about Danny Garcia and talking about coming back into the 147 division, I think that people would think that that's a one-off. But because he's talking about a fight in Conor McGregor, it seems that Amir Khan is definitely going for paydays and cashing out. And it's not beneficial for his legacy, whether he's serious or whether he's not serious. If he is serious about this fight with Conor McGregor, I'm gonna say this. This is a fight not with boxing gloves, but with very small UFC gloves, which cause knockouts easily. Conor McGregor has a full opportunity to hurt Amir Khan really badly, where he could snap his neck, get him in a chokehold, snap his arm, dislocate his shoulder, get him into an armbar, dislocate his leg, really damage Amir Khan permanently. Okay, and them things never fix. If Conor McGregor got Amir Khan into a cage and snapped his arm clean off, which he could very easily do, can you imagine the implications that would have on Amir Khan's mobility? I mean, he's already suffering. I really think that Amir Khan is already showing signs of damage from boxing. You know, that's the truth. You know, I don't want that to be true, but that is the truth. Can you imagine if he's suffering physically as well? I mean, he seems like he's had this operation in his hand. He said he's not available until January. I think the smart fight to take is definitely Danny Garcia. I've been saying that he should have rematched Danny Garcia a very long time ago. And if it was up to me and I was in I was responsible, which I'm not responsible for it, right? Obviously. But if I was responsible for Amir Khan's career, I would have got him in line with Danny Garcia a long time ago. I would have got him in the ring. I would have conditioned him up with Tony Brady or Alex Ariza, got him a very good strength and conditioning coach, kept the politics out of his training camp, got him in with Virgil Hunter, worked on a game plan to outbox and defeat Danny Garcia. And I think that's the most winnable fight for Amir Khan. That is the fight he should have taken when Danny Garcia came new into the division at 147. Khan was, he was really well conditioned to 147 after the Luis Calazo fight. Devin Alexander was a very good performance, but obviously them guys can't bang like Danny Garcia. But Danny Garcia is a very slow fighter, and he can be outboxed. That was the time when Amir Khan his training camp was all together. Everything was perfect. Amir Khan should have taken that fight against Danny Garcia then. Especially when we had the WBC 147-pound title on the line. Why did he face Canelo? And why did he get rid of Tony Brady? It's beyond me. Okay? I really don't understand what's going on. And I think these statements that Amir Khan is coming out with are just ludicrous. I think that talking about Canelo putting on above 2.5 stone or something along them lines, 2 stone plus, in waterweight within 24 hours is ridiculous. I don't think it's possible. I think for you to do that, you'd have to drain blood. You'd have to get rid of water. I don't know what you'd have to do, but you'd have to do quite a lot. Something which I don't think is physically possible to do over 2 stone, 2.5 stone, I believe it is. I don't think that's physically possible. I don't think Canelo lost that. And I think that even if Canelo did weigh 187 pounds, I think the fight would have been exactly the same had he weighed 180 pounds. If anything, Canelo would have done better and would have got the knockout earlier because he would have been a bit faster and more mobile in the ring. I think that that's how it goes. I don't think Canelo won that fight because of weight. I think he won that fight because of smarts. I mean, there's a huge fight out there against Kell Brook, huge money fight, and whatever you say about Kell Brook, I mean, he's fighting Triple G. He's gonna get his name recognized right now. He's gonna make money. He'll probably get knocked out, but irrespective, Kell Brook's a big welter. He's not just a big welterweight. He actually he fights at catchweights, 152 pounds. That's his perfect fighting weight, not 147. So for him to move up another £8 against the biggest puncher is stupid, but he's gonna make money off it. So the thing is this, right? Look, Khan is cashing out, but I mean, there's an extent to which money goes so far, but then it comes to a point where money is not benefiting you anymore, and you've got to really reconsider what are your goals now in life. And for me, I think Amir Khan's goal should be to win a 147-pound belt. To rematch Danny Garcia and take that belt off him. That is the most winnable fight, even though it is extremely difficult to beat Danny Garcia. People write him off. But I think it's the most realistic fight. I think Amir Khan should not be tweeting at this moment in time, calling people out, talking about people, because people already think that this whole Canelo fight was a no-win situation, and it was just a fight for money and just to say that, oh, look, I went and I've got balls. So people are looking at it in terms of that. I think Amir Khan definitely needs some better PR. In the long term, he's doing himself damage in health. He's doing himself damage in terms of his reputation. I think Amir Khan needs to scale it back a bit. And I don't know who's in charge. I don't know who's... people say it's his dad. People say it's his friends around him. I don't believe that to be the case. I think that with Amir Khan's marketing overall, it's terrible. I think Amir Khan's skill is what's got him the money that he's got up until today. I think had he been managed more correctly, not only would he have the money that he's got, but he would have a cemented legacy to go with it. Had he chosen the right fights at the right time from the beginning of his career, he had no business jumping in there with Bradis Prescott. He had no business in there with Canelo. He should have been managed correctly, not taken abuse. But obviously, he's taken abuse in the ring. He's taken L's, and he's gone to Washington to fight not Bradis Prescott, Lamont Peterson, all sorts of things, right, which have been mistakes in Amir Khan's career, and I don't know who it's down to. I don't know the politics to that extent, But whichever way you swing it, I think Amir Khan's made tons of mistakes and he's continuing to make mistakes. The biggest mistake he's making right now is not training with Tony Brady. It makes no sense why you've got that absolute yo-yo of a strength and conditioning coach. This is the truth. And comment section below, subscribe as always. Let me know what you think in a bit, guys.